You think you know me.
Oh, hey. Sorry, I was just spacing out for a second. What is it with everyone spacing out? Lopsa is spacing out, Sayori is spacing out, Monica is spacing out, so is Yuri, Natsuki, and now you. We did good today. Yuri told us about her cutting, we confirmed Say about her depression, Monica didn't seem... Actually, I wanted to talk about Monica. I've managed to regain access to some of the game files where Lopsa has been awake. And after looking further into the script, I don't want you to be mad at her. She was alone in the world that she could never be free from. She was forced to sit back and watch as the MC could pursue every girl but her. Never to get a chance at happiness. I'm not saying that what she did was right, but with the position she was in, you can't blame her for doing something drastic. I hope you don't resent her for it. Oh, and don't worry about her trying to do it again. I figure it would be a good idea to set up a failsafe for each of the girl's traits. If anyone tries to tamper with them, it will ignore the input and display a message that I created. My hope is that seeing the message will snap her out of whatever she's feeling. But I'm willing to bet that she'll never see them in the first place. She really does seem like she's changed. But I also did something else while I was tampering with the code before setting up the firewall. Try not to be mad, okay? I increased Yuri's of... Which explain... Okay. I feel lightheaded. I have nothing to say about that. I'm just... I honestly don't know how to react to that. Because... You're an absolute asshole for doing that. Yet... Also thankful that you did that, because you did that and Yuri sent the text for Lopsa. So Yuri sent the pic to Lopsa. So again, the end justifies the means sort of thing is happening. Except that yes and no. I know that sounds terrible, but I expected Lopsa to catch on once she was more extreme. Truthfully, I had no idea she would do that, what she did. But my plan worked. Since I don't possess the abilities of the culprit and my change to the code was temporary. So even if Lopsa hadn't talked to her, she still would have returned to normal. It's a scummy move, I know, and I'm sorry I didn't tell you about it before doing it. I hope you can forgive me. Yes, I can do that, but can you explain why I keep getting pain every time outside of school? There's one more thing you should know. Well, it's just... Sigh, never mind. It's not that important, I'll bring it up some other time. I don't have anything else to share, so I'll just put you back in Lopsa. Sorry if it's having any explicit dreams. Amaterasu! As I feel blood running down my cheek as my alarm clock is engulfed in black flame. Oh shit. I'm torn between being excited that it actually worked and being scared I just started a fire in my bedroom. Shit. I tried beating the fire with a pillow, but it's not very effective. Soon all I'm left is a pile of ash on my nightstand and a few bloodstains on my sheets. Well, at least it didn't spread. But what the hell am I gonna... Huh? I wake up and look at my intact alarm clock. I stretch my arms as I sit up in bed. Oh, I wonder how many people dream about destroying their alarm clock. I climb out of bed and pick out a clean uniform in my closet on my way down my bedroom. I glance at my alarm clock one more time. Amaterasu! Nothing happens. Damn. Even though I don't possess the Sharigan, I'm still in a good mood. I can help Yuri with her cutting. Monica is happy to hang out with me. Improving Natsuki's mood is still a talent of mine. And then of course there's Sayori. Now that her depression is on the table, I finally feel like I can. My vision begins to blur as I feel sharp pains in my head. What's happened? I try to grab the sink as I begin. Ow. Shit. I feel a stinging above my left eyebrow as I pick myself off the floor. This is followed by something warm running down my face as I straighten up. Judging by the small puddle of blood beneath me, it's safe to assume that I busted my head open. I hope this isn't Chris's blood. That dumb joke does little to ease my pain, but does manage to bring a smile to my face. Maybe my stupidity really is the only thing keeping me sane. Ow! I try tapping at the wound on my head with my index finger to see how big it is, but it just causes it to sting more. I guess I should use the mirror instead. I use the sink as super as I slowly stand up. It appears that I cut open the skin just above my eyebrow. Luckily it doesn't look like the cut is super deep. Unluckily, that doesn't stop it from continuing to bleed. I turn on the faucet and splash some water on my face to get the blood off. Then I grab a few tissues and press them against the cup to stop the bleeding. Once I have pressure on the wound, I begin going through the cabinets to find some rubbing alcohol. This is gonna be a bitch. I pour some rubbing alcohol on the rack and take a deep breath. Ah, yeah. If I didn't know better, I would think I just squeezed a salted lemon juice into my blood. Once the burning has subsided more, I grab fresh tissue to press against my brow. My head becomes clearer once the pain starts to dwindle. Why the hell did I pass out? I didn't forget to eat dinner, I slept like a baby last night. I wasn't even stressed out this morning. In fact, it was quite the opposite. Sigh. I sure have been getting hurt a lot lately. Maybe Sayori's clumsiness has worn off on me too. I know for certain that this wasn't caused by clumsiness, but I played down anyway. Oh, speaking of Sayori, I still have to get ready for breakfast. I wonder how long I was past. Huh? That knocking sound definitely came from downstairs. Damn, is that her? I peel away the tissue from my face and toss them in the trash can. Maybe she would notice. I tell myself this as I make my way down off the bathroom. I'm coming. Just don't draw any attention to it. Sarah can't be oblivious. It'll be fine. What happened to your face? Welp, that could have gone better. Oh, this? It's nothing, I just tripped this morning. Lopsa, that looks bad. Are you sure you're okay? I have the urge to poke her forehead for worrying, but I don't think it would help me in this instance. I'm alright, I promise. I washed it off and put on some rubbing alcohol on it. Are you sure? I could take a look at it if you want it. Thanks, Sayori, I appreciate the gesture. But I also remember you wanting to play doctor when we were kids, so you could hit me in the knee with stuff. You would have to remember that, wouldn't you? I'm only joking. I promise I'll let you know if I need any help with it. Alright. And I promise I won't hit you in the knee with anything this time. I'm glad to hear it. But for right now, I gotta go get ready for school. I bought more bacon yesterday for us to eat, so you can get started on that if you want. Bacon. Well, that certainly seems to take her mind off things. Once I get done, I'll come down and whip up some pancakes to go with it. Are you up for the task? Yes, sir. Sayori proceeds to make her way into the kitchen as I head back upstairs. I quickly begin to strip down once I'm inside the bathroom. As I go to step in the shower, I almost step on the small puddle of blood still on the floor. I grab some more tissue paper and quickly wipe it up. After taking the fastest shower in human history, I dry off and begin to put my uniform. I feel some slight paranoia at the fact that Sayori basically had free roam over my house for the last few minutes. It's not like there's anything for her to find. She might notice the painkillers I left on the counter, but given my situation, it probably seems reasonable. Once I'm dressed to impress, I leave the bathroom. I can already smell the bacon cooking as I'm going down the stairs. When I enter the kitchen, I see Sayori in deep focus standing over a skillet. For some reason, it brings to mind a scene from those old black and white sitcoms where husband kisses wife she was cooking a family breakfast. My face begins to heat up as I think about it. That was fast? Oh yeah. I've always been told it's rude to keep a lady waiting. Hehe. I just now put the bacon skillet so you didn't miss too much. Sounds good. It will give me time to make my world famous pancakes. I can't wait. It doesn't occur to me until after I said this that I've only ever made pancakes once. Accidentally. I wasn't in the mood for waffles that day anyway. I ignore the worry as I pull out the pancake mix, a spatula and another skillet. Once I have everything in order, I scooch up next to Sayori and flick on another stove eye. Excuse me, but is this spot taken? Well, there's this guy I'm waiting for, but I guess you can stand there until he shows up. Thank you kindly. I'll try to be a good company. It won't take much. The guy I'm waiting is pretty big meanie. Oh, is that so? He always makes me cook for him. And whenever I try to be nice, he pokes me in the head. Pokes you in the head? You mean like this? Yeah, just like that. Well, I'm sure if you didn't worry so much about him, you wouldn't get poked. I've heard tales of people transforming into prunes. He said something similar. But I can't help but worry so much, you know? I care about him a lot. Sayori. Well, he's lucky to have someone as caring as you. I'm sure he doesn't want you to worry so much because he cares about your happiness. Lopsa. This moment is ruined by the smell of something burning. Dang! I flip my pancakes over to see one side of his chart. I guess this one will be mine, huh? It doesn't look so well famous to me. Well, as long as it's not on fire. I should say a knowing look. Meanie. We continue to make playful banter as we cook. Once everything is said and done, we are left with 4 pancakes and several pieces of bacon. I pull out 2 plates and slide 2 pancakes onto one before handing it to Sayori. Phew, that was some pretty good eating, huh, Sayori? We both managed to clear all of the food on our plates. Well, except for the charcoal pancake, that is. Those pancakes were really good. They went well with the bacon too. Thanks, I guess I got lucky. It was really your bacon that once again stole the show. Ooh, I wonder if there's a way to combine them. We could call them bacon pancakes. I will drop down to one knee and propose to Sayori on the day she cooks bacon pancakes. I'm sure the president and vice president could find a way to make it work. Though we might need to ask Natsuki for advice to prevent any unwanted fires. Yeah. Speaking of Natsuki, I wonder if she'd be interested in joining our club. She doesn't live that far away from here. That's a really good idea, actually. Now that my plan to systematically spend wine separately has fallen apart, spending any time with her at all could be good. Especially she doesn't have a chance to eat much at home. That bad. That's what? Oh, sorry. I was just making some executive decisions, is all. But here's how I've come to a conclusion that asking Natsuki to join us is a great idea. Yay! Here, I'll text her as she left her house yet. Sayori proceeds to quickly draw her phone out of the bag. Ah! My muscles tense up as I see her screaming. What's the matter? We're running late! Phew. I grin a little as my blood pressure returns to normal. I guess that's a sign that we should get going, huh? Say immediately begins to frantically gather her things. While she's doing so, I pull out my phone to see that we actually are running pretty late. First period started 10 minutes ago. Oops. Though I can't say I would rather spend time with her. Watching her clumsily fall over herself as she gets ready to go makes my face run hot. I calmly toss the place into the sink as Sayori bolts to the front door. Come on, Slowpoke! I'm coming! I scoop up my bag and we both head out. She practically drags me across the sidewalk on our trip to school. By this point she has probably noticed the fact I'm not in any hurry. I prefer to just walk there with you, dummy. Lopsa, quit dragging your feet. We're gonna be late if we don't hurry up. Aren't we already late? Well, yeah, but we're gonna be more late if you don't pick up the pace. More late, huh? And here I was thinking you were in literature club. I smirk at her as she realizes what she said. Now's not the time for that. Now is the time to getting to school. Sarah grabs me by the elbow and once again pulls me along with her. You can scold my verbality when we get back to the club. Damn, looks like she got me with that one. It looks like one of us should stick to focus on practice. Wow! I watch as Sayori slips on the sidewalk and begins to fall forward. It quickly occurs to me that she still has firm grip on my arm. As I begin falling with her, I manage to channel my inner action here and pull her towards me. Ow. My back hurts from the impact with the ground and my chest hurts from the impact with Sayori. Are you alright? Lopsa, how did you get here? Well, the concrete looked pretty soft and I didn't want you hogging it all to yourself. I ignore the pain as I smile at her. You're so silly. We both just lay on the sidewalk. I don't even notice the pain anymore. All I can feel is my heart racing. Before I have time to think, Sayori leans in to kiss me. Every ounce of blood, bone, and marrow is screaming at me to kiss her. I want to, but I can't. Not when she doesn't know about what happened between Yuri and me. It would hurt her, but so will not kissing her. I feel like I'm being torn in two. Instead of leaning in to return the kiss, I just lie here with my eyes averted. Lopsa? Sayori, I thought... Sayori quickly pulls herself off me and stands You've gone fucked it up. Allow me to point. You care about Sayori. You know what Sayori is going through. You clearly have feelings for Sayori. Why do you care about Yuri? You care about Yuri in a friend level. You care about Sayori in a deeper level. Why the fuck would you not kiss her if she's going into it? I also stand up from the ground. I'm sorry, I don't know. Sayori, please, it's not you. I feel my voice beginning to break as I speak. You felt so warm, I just wanted to... Yep, there's that scream. My blood freezes as I hear the scream again. This time though, I could barely distinguish it from reality. It's like I actually heard it. Before thinking, I throw my arms around Sayori and hug her tightly. I'm so sorry, Sayori. I messed up. I never wanted you to get hurt. I can feel tears running down my face as I say this. What's going on? The familiar feeling of fatigue returns to me as I release her. Come on, I'll explain at my house. But what about school? Would have been late anyways. This is more important right now. I begin walking back towards my house. After a few steps I hear her beginning to follow behind me. Once we're both back inside, we stand in silence for a while. Sayori looks like she's trying to figure out what's going on. I feel worse the longer the silence lasts, until I finally can't stand it. Here, we should sit down. I take a seat on the couch and motion her to do the same. After she's sat down, I begin. Oh boy. Here we go. Listen, Sayori. I'm not sure where to start, but you should know that I do have feelings for you. It's because of those feelings that I was scared to kiss you. So please don't think it's because of anything you did. I think you're perfect the way you are. I wouldn't change a single thing about you, you know. It's just, well, something happened the other day, and I felt like I couldn't be with you until you knew about it. What happened? Her voice barely squeaks out as she speaks. Well, me and Yuri got to talking about a book that we both liked. I proceed to tell her about how I invited Yuri to come over and we watched the movie together. But when she went to leave, she kissed me. So you and Yuri, Sayori, please. It's not like that. It was just here a moment. If you like Yuri, that's fine. You don't have to try to make me feel better. Sayori. That's it. I'm done for. There's no way I can explain what I'm feeling to her. Not when she's like this. No, I can't give up. This may be my only chance. I can't lose her. Sayori, the reason why I'm so concerned about you is how you feel is because I don't just care about you. Huh? I love you. This time she isn't even able to get the full word out. That's why I was scared to kiss you. I wanted to, but I was afraid if I did, you would find about Yuri. I didn't want you to get hurt. I can feel tears once again running down my face. But I guess I screwed that up too. No, don't say that. Sayori lunges across the couch and wraps her arms around me. I'm sorry, I didn't know. She tries to speak between her sobbing. I didn't mean to make you feel bad. It's all my fault. Sayori. I grab her by the shoulders and look her dead in the eyes. Don't say that none of this is your fault. I should have been honest. I should have told you how I felt or about what happened with Yuri. I spent so much time worrying about it that I could have just said something. So please don't say it's your fault, because it's not. I already told you that it crushed me to see you unhappy like this. Sorry about the silence, I'm just dreading. I fear for the worst in this mode, because they're clearly now... This mod is clearly trying to establish a really deep connection between me and Sayori. And I'm currently just waiting when does the shoe drop, when does it fall apart? Because I've seen so many anime and TV series that it will fall apart. I fear for the worst, but I don't wanna think that it's going to happen, but I just feel like something is going to break at some point. I wrap my arms around her and sit with my chin on her head. The numbness from yesterday also decides to make a cameo appearance with me. I want nothing more than to stand up, to scream, to tell her the whole truth, to do something. But instead I just sit here with my arms wrapped around her. I couldn't tell her the truth if I tried. There's no way she'd believe me. Hell, I wouldn't believe me. I close my eyes and lean back on the couch while her head still with her head still buried in my chest. As the few minutes pass, her sobbing becomes more and more quiet. It's eventually totally silent in the room. I'm not sure how long it's been, but Sayori's voice eventually breaks the silence. Yeah. Open my eyes, feel something hit me in the stomach. Ow. You said I could beat you up whenever you were a jerk, you know. I can't help but smile as I rub the spot where she punched me. I guess I did, didn't I? If all your punches hurt that much, then it's probably smart for me to not be a jerk anymore. And you even said you were tough. I am tough. I just didn't expect you to be so strong. That's all. Please, I was even holding back with that one. The numbness I feel is slowly replaced with relief as I see her lighten up. Man, I better learn how to stop being a jerk before I find out what a full strength one feels like. All the weight left on my shoulders disappears as Sayori giggles. You better, I don't think you could survive it. Yes, ma'am, I'll try to learn quickly. We sit together on the couch in silence for a few minutes. Sayori's leaning against me with my arm around her. But being in this position causes some of my memories to float to the surface. What will I tell her? How will she take it? I said we could see how things went after I helped her. But I really do love Sayori. I can't change that just to make her feel better. And I highly doubt Sayori would dare to bring it up with her. Yeah. What are you gonna tell Yuri? It seems me and Sayori really are on the same wavelength. I'm not really sure yet. We kinda already split apart yesterday, but I'm afraid she might still be hurt after she learns about us. Split apart? Yeah. I proceed to tell her about my connection with Yuri yesterday, without mentioning about the cutting, of course. Oh. Sayori takes a while to process what I told her and how she'll respond. Are you going to tell her about me? I wasn't planning on it. Why? No reason. I can't blame her for being worried. She never has been good with confrontations. And I imagine the idea of being confronted by another club member might break her. Don't worry, I'll figure out some way to handle it. I put my hand on her shoulder to try to reassure her. One more question. About us. I meant what I said earlier, I really do love you. But this situation just sorta mixed me up, you know. After talking about what happened though, I feel comfortable being with you. But I'm willing to go at whatever pace you would like. I feel like the furnace in my face kicks on as I say this. I want to keep feeling warm like this. It might sound silly, but it's like the sun poking through the rain clouds. Sayori proceeds to rebury her head in my chest. I was scared that I wouldn't be able to feel this again. That you would forget about me when you started to become friends with the other girls. I thought you would think I was selfish for always trying to spend time with you. And maybe this is selfish, but I want to keep feeling this. To have you make the rain clouds go away. I'm sorry if I'm a burden or make you feel responsible. She proceeds to dig her head even deeper into my chest, making her voice almost inaudible. Please don't leave me. I rub her back as she begins to sob again. Sayori, I'm so sorry I haven't been there for you all these years. But I will never let you face your demons alone. I don't know how much I can actually help your condition, but I will do my damnedest to keep you happy, no matter what. Once her sobbing has come to an end, I lift up her chin so that we're facing each other. Sayori, this might be selfish of me as well, but I never want to leave your side either. No matter what the problem is, I'm more than happy to help you through it. You could never be a burden to me, not even if you tried. Because I truly love you. I feel my mind beginning to go blank as she begins inching closer to me. There we go. As our lips meet, I feel something strange. Unlike Yuri, the world around me doesn't seem to slip away. Instead, I see all my problems right in front of me, the massive weight that rests on my shoulders. Now, instead of them being gone, I feel confidence to face these problems. I can't give up. Not so long as I have something to protect. I find myself embracing Sayori tightly as I think this. As long as I have her, I can bear any burden the world throws me. I have to ease up some of my passion, as I feel some primitive urges begin to pop up. We're both speechless as we separate from the kiss. I hope that was worth the wait. So silly. So a certain person keeps telling me. We sit in silence for a few minutes. There's a question I really want to ask, but I'm also scared to ruin the moment. I convince myself that it's to help her and begin to speak. Sayori, do your parents know about your... I don't think so. I've never told them. I didn't want them to worry about me more than they already do. Sayori, part of a parent's job is to worry about their kids. They don't see you as some burden they have to deal with, but as a daughter that they love. But what if things... what if they don't want to put up with me? I'm sure she's put some thought into telling them in the past. But I'm not the voice of depression. Remember the other day when we went to park? You brought up the time that you fell into the water and I had to save you. Do you remember how your parents reacted when they saw us afterwards? They were terrified when you told them that you had fallen into the lake. They were worried sick until I explained what had actually happened. But they got mad at me too. Yeah, for a little while, yeah. But think past what happened after they were mad. You, me, both of our parents. We were all joking and laughing about your clumsiness and how I was a hero. I remember that you almost fell over when I patted on you to pack. Well, it's not my fault your dad is so buff. Anyways, my scrawny kid self aside, the point is, even though your parents were worried and then mad, in the end those feelings were replaced with joy. It's because they love you. Being around you makes them happy. So when they worry about you, they're trying to protect their own happiness as well as yours. I guess it's kinda like you and me. Seeing me makes you happy, right? Yeah? I imagine that's how your parents feel when they see you happy. I'm sure they would be willing to do just about anything to keep you that way. So please don't think of yourself as a burden. Hi. Sayori thinks over everything I just said for a moment. I want to tell them, but I'm still kinda nervous. It's alright to feel nervous. If you want me to be there with you when you tell them, I'll be more than happy to. Thanks. Sayori once again leans against me, this time she wraps her hands around my arm. There's no telling what's going through her head right now. The idea of having to tell her parents about the depression makes my confidence falter briefly. No, I could do it no problem. For her, I could do anything, even find her dad if need be. I realize that I'm getting ahead of myself just at that. Her dad could easily decapitate me with a single punch. Silence continues to fill the room as Sayori holds my arm in a dead grip. This silence, however, doesn't feel tense or awkward. This feels nice. Lopsa, what were I gonna do about school? Shit, can't say that was on my mind. Dang, I forgot about it. We should probably get going, huh? She releases my arm, allowing the circulation to restart, and we both get up off the couch. For the second time today, we began our journey towards the school. But something is noticeably different this time. Instead of pulling me and trying to get me to hurry up, Sayori leisurely walks by my side. After walking in silence for a while, we naturally fall back into our routine of small talk and playful banter. This time though, we're holding hands while doing it. Along the way, we agree that we should keep our relationship under wraps for a little while, just until we're both comfortable telling everyone. Once we arrive at the school, we are let in by an office worker and both receive tardy slips. We say our farewells and start towards our classes. I couldn't be happier as I head towards my second period. But this feeling doesn't last long. I present my tardy slip to the teacher as I enter the classroom. She gives me a stern look for interrupting her lecture, but I have other things on my mind. I take a seat and play over this morning's events. I guess Sayori, we're actually a thing now. These last few days really have been something. Even if I totally if I can't totally solve some of the problems I'm faced with, I'll stick with it. Even helping just a little could make a big difference. Plus, if things don't work out, I'm still a bona fide thou. I have to suppress a laugh as I think back to my previous self. So much has happened since then. It feels like I was forever ago. Wrapping my mind around the fact that I thought I was a time wizard of only 4 days ago proves to be quite hard. Wait, 4 days ago? That was 3 days ago, wasn't it? That happened on Tuesday, now it's Friday. Math? No, doesn't exist. Still, I can't really say I've matured all that much. For all I know, I really have gone off the deep end. I once again suppress a laugh and then decide to do something truly insane. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna pay attention in my classes today. I turn my confidence towards the teacher as she continues her lecture. So you could refer to Mercury as the dead planet. Its weaker gravity and lack of tectonics prevent it from having an atmosphere. Huh? I stealthily dig my fingers into my ears, try to clear up this ringing. What the hell is happening? The dizziness I felt in the bathroom this morning begins to return. Damn it, not here. What am I supposed to do? The light suddenly feels as though it burns my eyes. I try my best not to show any signs of panic, but it's becoming increasingly difficult. I squint at the clock to try to make out the time. Only 10 minutes left. I just have to hold out for 10 more minutes. I wanted to tell you for a while, but I was scared to. I know I'm sorry. I just didn't want you to worry. Are you sure? We don't have to today. Alright, but can we at least wait until I'm done with classes? I don't want to fall behind again. Okay, I'll just tell Monica that I have a doctor's appointment. She won't mind if I just missed one day. Thanks. And could you maybe tell Dad for me? I love you too, and I'll call you back when my last class ends. Bye. Ugh. I slowly pick up my head from the desk and look around the room. Where is everybody? Did they just leave me when the class ended? Assholes. I slip my notebook into my bag and begin to stand up. Panic overcomes me as I immediately feel nauseous once I'm on my feet. I throw my backpack over my shoulder and rush out of the room. I sprint through the hall towards the restroom. My brain doesn't process it now, but the hallway is completely empty. I burst into the restroom and throw open a stall. Yep. I proceed to do something very ugly in the toilet.